I was just listening to one of these commercials that was playing a song, I think from the 50s called Wipeout. You know that? And I was like, I wonder when did music really start speeding up? Because it kind of sounded like, because I like some 50 songs, and I'm thinking, if this was in the late 50s or mid 50s, that's pretty fast tempo compared to other songs in that era. I mean, probably not, because I'm thinking about the late 30s and early 40s music. But I started to wonder, why is it that when you think about maybe ancient music compared to today, a lot of music is sped up? And the thought crossed my mind that, well, in these last days, which basically started when Jesus Christ was ascended to heaven, these last days, actually, no, let me take that back. Because I remember in Job, he says he knows his Lord will walk the earth in the final days, the latter days. So basically, when Jesus was here on earth, that was the last days. Let me correct myself. So I'm thinking in these last days, a lot of things are going to be sped up because we know that the devil has a short time. He knows that. So he's going to want to speed up his lives too. That's what's so dangerous about a lot of these shorts and TikTok and all this other stuff. You can use it for the right purposes, but a lot of seeds are going to be planted faster in a short amount of time. Hopefully people are planting seeds in God's harvest, so he provides the increase. Otherwise, there's going to be seeds of doubt and lies being planted in people really fast. And I was thinking about the music, because every generation, you notice that. I was born in 1990, so the music was faster, obviously, than what my parents listened to. But I think I stopped listening to rap maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. But I stopped really caring for what was on the mainstream for a while, because I noticed that the speed and the tempo would just be so fast. It's like with mumble rap, people got really lazy. And I know it's not the first time mumble rap came out, but it's like people got really lazier with their speech. And I was like, well, let's take a look at these fruit. Spiritual laziness and people that are not patient, because patience is one of the fruit of the Spirit. In these days where more sin will be coming into the world and more people will be turning away from God, this is probably why a lot of music will seem like it's really fast or sped up, because that's the production value. Production. Fruit is produce. Because a very anxious spirit is going to be rapping and singing like that too, and be okay with that type of music. Now, if I listened to songs back when I was younger, I'd be like, hold on, I'm starting to get nauseous. Y'all moving too fast. I would even know, I know what they're saying, but I'm like, this is too fast. Slow down. Gather and collect your words intentionally so that I can respond properly. Maybe it doesn't matter to people who are very anxious in their speech, because they already ain't listening to everybody else. They just want to talk, and even if they listen, they are talking and listening so that they can go ahead and cut in and say what they want to say. They're not even really listening. They just hear somebody. But when somebody's talking to me, I'm giving you attention. You got the floor. And I respect what you're saying, even if I don't agree with it. I'm still want to hear what you got to say if you're talking to me and if I allow it. Because once it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't want to hear that, and you're still talking about, all right, bye. And that's the same with music. Instead, I don't have to say bye. I'll just press the stop button, or turn the town on. I don't really listen to music that much to do that anyway. Think about it. Okay, bye. Hello, bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Because I'm not insane. I don't want to listen to that. I think that's why stuff has gotten so fast. Everything has gotten fast. Fast food, fast music. Music is food, so same thing. Fasty women, fasty males. Let me rephrase that, because women aren't fasty. Women are classy. Females who have not grown up and let go of childish ways are fasty. We only grow up when we believe in Jesus Christ. Living that fast life, you're not going to think about Christ. He's slow paced, patient, gentle, methodic, intentional. I mean, just like him. So that's where your taste in music is going to be coming from. You're not going to want all this other stuff that's like somebody got a plate and they just threw a whole bunch of stuff on the plate like, bleh, okay, now you eat it. That's how it feels like when I'm listening to this music that's so fast. And now I actually remember that part where Lil Wayne said, I'm not talking fast, you're just listening slow. Okay, so basically it's like, you're right, and I can't comprehend because I'm dumb. Okay, I'd rather be dumb. Better be a fool, then that's how you become wise. And that in scriptures too. Talking fast, that means that reminds me, you must not care about what you're really saying. You can't really care. Because if you really want somebody to hear what you have to say and then respond instead of just feeling like you just got to vent and just bleh, then you got to take your time and make sure that the other person is actually receiving what's being said. If not, then you're just like, well, I don't care if you're listening anyway, because I don't even really listen to what I'm listening to in my head. I just think about it, meditate on it, and just bleh, and then throw it up, pick it right back up, put it right back in my mouth, start all over again. And that's how a lot of music is, too. A lot of people sound like Dr. Seuss with these songs. I didn't really like those books either growing up. They were very annoying. But that's irrelevant. My opinion is irrelevant. But I really think that music started to really speed up or become more apparently sped up compared to yesteryear or last generation, because with more evil that's going to come into the world, there's going to be more fruit of that evil, which is speed, hurry up, everything that's the opposite of patience. And then when a whole generation has gotten accustomed to that way of thinking and listening and speaking, that's been normalized because you've been desensitized to what is normal. Or at least that's what the previous generation would say, because that was their normal. But the real normal is the truth, and the truth is Jesus. He ain't got to talk fast to get what he has to say out. And most of the time, he just say one word. When Moses asked him, what should I tell the Israelites? When they asked me, what's the name of the God that sent for you? He didn't go in and explain a whole bunch of jibber. He just says, I am. He don't explain himself. The truth doesn't explain himself, but a fool will just blah, 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 blah. Over talk and talk too doggone much. And then that reminds me, a fool vents his mind. Yeah, I remember reading that a while back. So yeah, they're not gonna really care about what's coming out of their mouth because they didn't care about when it was in their head. And a lot of people are out here listening to that music and still asking questions like, well, is it okay to listen to this to be a Christian? What do you mean? Being a Christian is a state of being. You're not pretending, you're not practicing to be a Christian. You are one because you will be in the one who is I am. And his state of being is the first Christian, really, because before anybody else, he followed his own word. Yeah. He ain't following nobody else. He follows himself. And to be like him, we follow his word and nobody else. So there's no need to even ask questions like, should I do that? Should I do that? Okay, does God do that? Oh, you know what? This is probably why people say, what would Jesus do? What would he say? You're still not going to ask those questions when you know him, because he already going to tell you. He knows what I'm going to say before I even ask him in my heart. I ain't got to open my mouth. He'll already give me the answer. Sometimes he stops me in mid-sentence or mid-thought before I get it out. So then a lot of times I like that he does that, because then I'm not sitting here about to say something out loud that's just ridiculous. And then I'll be in my head, yeah, you're right, Lord. I didn't even say that. Thank you for that snack. And that dinner. And then it just marinates in my mind. A lot of times I record it, but sometimes some things it just marinates in my mind. I kind of know when I'm supposed to say something and when I'm supposed to keep it to myself. If a lot of musicians today, in today's culture, did that, it probably wouldn't be that much music out on the records today. It probably wouldn't. Probably wouldn't, because everybody got something to say and ain't saying nothing at the same time. Because they talking too doggone fast. And I ain't listening slow. I just ain't gonna listen at all. How about that? Anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.